Hi, everybody. Meteorologist Joe Chaffee. Weather in 5 days and 5 minutes. Wednesday, July 31st, the last day. What I think a lot of people consider to be one of the worst months of the year because of the heat and the humidity that we have to deal with. And we certainly have had our fair share of it this month. We're setting up for severe weather risk today, and we have a cold front that has been moving or literally crawling across the Great Lakes and Ohio Valley. Yesterday it pushed into western Pennsylvania, and today it is finally going to be reaching the coastline. And the Storm Prediction Center has upped its game with regards to risk for severe weather for this afternoon and this evening. So why don't we take a look at that and show you where the risk area is. And it's a rather extensive area. It doesn't quite go all the way up into New England like we did last Monday, but we do have a slight risk being indicated from basically from Washington, D.C. to Baltimore to Philadelphia to about New York City. And you see the borders, the northeast and southwest borders covering much of southeast Pennsylvania, all of New Jersey, Maryland, northeastern Virginia, moving into the Hudson Valley and Long Island. And, of course, we have the marginal risk that surrounds it. Now, it's all going to be about daytime heating again for today. Here's how it looks, by the way, on the larger map. So all about the daytime heating and the dynamics. We are certainly in the throes of a tropical air mass. We have dew points that are running in the upper 60s and low 70s this morning. We are starting out with temperatures in the 70s. And even a couple of 60s in cool spots. But how much heating are we going to get, and how high are the temperatures going to get? That really is the story with regards to the extent of the severe weather. And as we look at the satellite loop this morning, we do have the clouds that are back across Pennsylvania, some of them into northern New Jersey. So perhaps the amount of daytime heating with this cold front is going to be a bit less than what we saw with the cold front from last week. So that might take the thunderstorms, at least the strength, take them down a notch. But it's kind of a dicey proposition here. I don't want to overstate that idea that maybe the thunderstorms won't be quite as severe as they were back a week and a half ago. The upper air trough is not quite as strong, but at the same time, we do have enough here to produce some strong cells, and we saw what happened yesterday just with some of the isolated severe thunderstorms that resulted. So the upper air jet stream pattern, this is the shortwave trough that is coming through right here, and it's getting stretched out as we go through time. You're going to see the bottom part of that trough just kind of hanging around in the east, and this is for Friday. You're still going to have a bit of troughiness here, so that means the front gets through, but it just kind of lingers off the coastline. It seems to me like much of the action with this, as far as any backside precip, is probably going to be down in Virginia and North Carolina, and maybe at times we'll see a few showers push their way up into southern Pennsylvania or southern New Jersey for Thursday and Friday, more like Friday than anything else. And then we have to wait for a front to come through. The northern part of that jet's going to come down and basically get rid of that frontal boundary by the time we get to through the weekend. So come Sunday, we'll see a front move through here early Sunday morning, and then gradually a shot of dry air should come in behind it for later Sunday night, and for Monday. At least that's the plan at the moment. Now, where are we going with high temperatures today? We are going to see readings that are going to climb up in the 80s to maybe the warmest spots will get close to 90 degrees. The clouds to the west and the timing of this front being a little bit faster than the one from last Monday gives us a little less time to heat up. So I don't think we're going to go to 90 to 95 like we did yesterday. And then as we move into Thursday and Friday, We're talking about mostly 80s tomorrow, mid to upper 80s. And then on Friday, pretty much the same idea here, middle to upper 80s. At least the 90-degree highs will be disappearing. Notice as you go down further south in southern Pennsylvania, down in southern New Jersey, and you head down into Maryland on Friday, temperatures are going to be more like the lower 80s, and that's because there's a better chance for cloud cover. And as you further north, it'll be a bit drier. So, look, the bottom line is with the front stalling out that I think there'll be some lingering shower chances Thursday and Friday, southern New Jersey, southern Pennsylvania, down into Maryland and Virginia, and far less of a chance for any kind of rain as you go further north. In fact, we may get even a little bit of dew point relief as far as the humidity is concerned. All right, let's just really quick. I just want to show you what's going on here. First off with Hurricane Eric out in the Pacific, which is a major hurricane, but it is starting to weaken. It is going to pass by south of the Big Island of Hawaii Thursday evening by a fairly good solid distance, probably a good 280, 230 miles or so south of the Big Island. So the bulk of the impact will be offshore and to the south, and it will continue as a tropical storm as it moves to the west. Top winds right now are 125 miles an hour. Okay, Flossie, which is behind it, is going to maintain hurricane status for the next several days as it moves into Saturday, continuing to track toward the west-northwest, and then approaching the Big Island on Sunday, but it's at that point starting to weaken as a tropical storm. So I don't know how much of it is going to be left of it. We'll have more on these tonight on our regular YouTube live stream. As far as the Atlantic is concerned, just want to keep the two weather systems out here that we're watching. One is a tropical wave that is out in the tropical Atlantic, and the other area is disturbed weather that you see over Puerto Rico and the Dominican Republic. You see it right over here. It's very disorganized. This is the wave that's out in the Atlantic. That looks like the one in the Atlantic, I think, has a fair chance of organizing once it gets back past about 50 degrees north, which it will do at some point over the weekend. Conditions there are going to be more favorable for development. This area here is going to be drifting northwestward. It remains disorganized. I think the chances of it developing are pretty low. There's that stalled frontal boundary that's going to be off our coastline, and it's likely that it'll wind up getting absorbed by it. So a little long today with regards to weather in 5. I kind of get that, but the tropics gave me a few extra things to talk about. Live stream tonight, probably going to be dependent on the severe weather in terms of what time I'm going to do it. So more than likely it'll be later in the evening rather than earlier. So just watch for it to pop up on the schedule for Patreon members, or if you're a YouTube subscriber, you'll get a notification. And keep in touch with the weather today on the free app. You can download it for free on Google Play or on Android or on the App Store. Just search Meteorologist Joe Chaffee or plain old Joe Chaffee. Okay, weather in 5 turned out to be about weather in 8. Sorry about that. Have a great day. We'll see you later.